Hello FM. Today is Friday, November 8th, an even day. I'm Greta.
And I'm Melvin. In today's announcements, we are in the auditorium for the fall play.
This year's play is called The 12 Angry Jurors, and it's a play that depicts a huge responsibility of 12 ordinary people as they consider the guilt or innocence of a man accused of murder.
More on the play later, but here are some other announcements. Math League will have its second meeting on Tuesday, November 12th. All members should be seated with their teams in a cafeteria by 2:15. Make sure to bring a charged graphing calculator.
Are you interested in going into medicine? Are you wondering what it's like to be a health professional? Lucky for you, STEM Connections is hosting its monthly meeting on Tuesday, the 9th period in the Science LGI. A special guest will give a lecture on what a career in medicine looks like and provide an exciting hands-on workshop experience. Snacks and SHS hours are provided. Hope to see you there.
Donate to Tampons and Teddies fundraiser run by Girl Up.
We are collecting unused menstrual products, children's toys, and diapers until December 9th.
Donation boxes are located in House 1 and House 2 foyers, Miss Wilson's room, Mrs. Gabriel's room, Mrs. Christofoli's room, and Mrs. Reichel's room. Donating gets you 2 Science Honor Society credits. A reminder to anyone who would like to participate in JV or varsity sports for the winter season, you have until next Thursday, November 14th, to get your information into Family ID. Tryouts for the teams will begin on November 18th. Now back to the play. The directors, Mr. Polly and Mrs. Breed, are very excited to debut this show.
Live on stage now with Mr. Polly, here's Aaron to learn all about the production of this year's fall play.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Mr. Polly, the director for this year's fall play, and we're going to find a little bit more about what went into the making of this play. So, Mr. Polly, could you tell us a little bit more about the background of 12 Angry Jurors for the people who may not know what it's about?
Absolutely. So 12 Angry Jurors was originally written as 12 Angry Men. It was a kind of a TV movie, think about it that way, from 1954. It was later made into a full-blown movie in 1957. So it's a story that's been around for a very long time. We have our 12 jurors who are trying to deliberate over the guilt or innocence of a young man who is accused of killing his father, and the entire play goes about 1.5 hours of them deliberating on whether or not he did it. It's a great play. It's a play that a lot of folks may or may not have read during middle school, so it's something that if you've read the script, you get to see that script for the most part in person, in real time. If you haven't read the script and you don't know the movie, you really get to see a fascinating play, and probably I would argue, one of the great American dramas of all time.
That's really cool. Thank you. So timing has been a factor for you, as this year's play is actually a week earlier than it was last fall. What challenges did that present to the cast and crew as they prepared?
Yeah, so we were very flexible with our space. The nice thing is the set itself is, for the most part, a table and chairs. So we were able to use the black box, which is behind us, and we were able to use LGI 1209, move all the tables to the side and use that space. So the nice thing is the actors were very flexible in terms of when we plopped them into a room, they set up the space and we just ran that show. So it was almost like we could do this play in any large room as long as we had the furniture, and we went for it. But when we finally got into the space, we were able to, a lot of things that we were wondering how it's going to work started clicking in, and the show really started to take shape, certainly earlier this week.
That's great. And then my last question is, it's really unique that you're performing this play with the audience actually on the stage. So could you tell us what went into that decision?
So it was a decision that actually was not made by me. A big thing that we felt really strongly about is Mr. Engel chose both the play to produce as well as the way we're staging it. And so every single decision that was made for the play was had Mr. Engel in mind. And we had an incredible set designer, Chad Healy, who, again, tables and chairs are one thing, but we really built a theater inside of the theater, which is extremely unique. We've done shows on the stage before, but I don't think we've done it quite this way. So we're really excited to, really honestly put Mr. Engel's vision in play behind us and over the next 3 performances.
That's really amazing. So thank you, Mr. Polly. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Aaron. As was mentioned, a big key of the play this year is the audience being on stage with the cast.
For more on that, here's Jeremy.
This year's fall play, 12 Angry Jurors, was an ambitious undertaking by our theater department. Building the set for this year's show took over 2.5 days along with a team of 15 volunteers and was led by Mr. Chad Healy. Mr. Healy, an FM graduate himself, is regularly involved with set building for FM's theater department, and he told us that the design was able to be completed with materials from previous shows. One special feature about this production is that the audience also sits on stage in one of 3 seating segments with the play's action happening around the center. This practice is known as theater in the round. While seating is limited, the seating capacity on stage is 144 people using this practice. Those of you planning to attend the play may want to plan ahead as you're in for an experience. From FMTV, I'm Jeremy. Back to you.
And with that, limited seating, make sure you get your tickets for tonight and tomorrow soon. You can find posters around the school with the QR codes to scan and purchase.
Show starts at 7 p.m. If you can't find a poster, they are available at the door, but again, could fill up fast.
Hope to see you there. Well, that's all we have for today from the auditorium. I'm Greta.
And I'm Elvin.
Have a great day, FM.